What's good, everybody? My name is Gentleman Jugg,
And I'm Son.
and welcome back to another Jugg and Son doing WWE. How you doing this week, boy?
I'm Uzi.
Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, do all the things all the other YouTubers tell you to do. Son, I need you to take me to Raw.
So we start off with Drew McIntyre, or DM Hunk.
Well, that's what he's been saying, DM Hunk.
I guess he's out here and he's he's still always right. I mean, he's like, he even said, we said it on the podcast, on the YouTube video last week, where he's like, CM Punk's scared of me because every time I'm coming to find him, he's nowhere to be found.
That's the truth.
And he's like, and when I drove away, then it's convenient how he shows up immediately after and pretends like he doesn't know that I was just here.
It's the truth.
And then he gets interrupted by Damian Priest, the World Heavyweight Champion. And I guess Damian Priest says, you should start blaming yourself, Drew. He's like, it's your fault that you lost that title. I mean, all you had to do was just take your belt and walk away, but you chose to mess with CM Punk.
That's the truth.
He's like, and you're just mad you got beat up by a one-armed man.
I would stop him if he was telling lies. Damian Priest is like the only one who can drop some hot gospel on Drew McIntyre and it be the truth.
And his last name is Priest.
Yeah, right, for dropping gospel, right?
Yep. And yeah, so far he's the only one who's been able to roast Drew McIntyre.
And be truthful about it. Like, CM Punk, look, I like CM Punk. I think he can talk. I mean, he's not my favorite wrestler. I don't really get the super hype that he has, but I can see how he is popular all the same. That being said, whenever he is talking about Drew McIntyre, he's talking about what he wants to do to him, but Drew McIntyre is talking the truth. And the only person who's been able to match him on the truth is Damian Priest, your world champion.
I mean, Sheamus and a few others have like one line or two, but like they're not on Drew's level with the truth.
No, they're not. They're not. And a person who has truth on their side cannot lose.
Yeah, so, this made Damian Priest, I'm like, okay, I guess he deserves that belt.
I'm feeling you right now, Damian, okay?
It's like, all right.
I'd much rather you not be a face, but that's the direction you're going. So, all right.
If you keep telling the truth, I guess you're the face telling the truth while Drew's the heel telling the truth. I guess that's how we're gonna do this.
No complaints here.
So then we moved on to I guess Carlito's in the Judgment Day now.
Somehow, I've never been a fan of Carlito. You know what? I liked Carlito back when he first came out.
Oh, that's when he had the other song.
That's what I liked about Carlito then. This time, I'm not really that much into Carlito. Don't really care.
Is he not cool?
I haven't cared about Carlito for a while. He's not cool to me, and he can beat me. He can try to beat me up for that.
I don't know. I'm just wondering what happened to the apple. Like, he hasn't brought his apple back.
Where's that at? Spit in somebody's face.
Since you're a heel again.
Oh well, he was doing it as a face too. So,
But then we had, Becky Lynch. It says slaps Liv Morgan, but it was like a fake punch. I don't know. It looked really bad.
I am not really into this feud with Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. That has not grabbed me at all. Maybe I'm just sick and tired of seeing Becky Lynch. Maybe I'm just sick and tired of seeing Liv Morgan. Maybe I'm sick and tired of this whole entire freaking storyline. I don't know. It's not pulling me in any direction.
I'm like, I don't know. They could have done better with trying to get a new women's champion after Rhea Ripley had to give it up. I don't know.
Rhea Ripley should not have had to give it up, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you can have Seth Rollins for like 3 months sit there and nurse his busted ankle, or Roman Reigns sit there and leave to go and get his his chemotherapy and stuff like that taken care of and still be champion, then Rhea Ripley should have been afforded the same respect. I don't know how long Rhea Ripley is going to be gone. Maybe that's where it's coming into play. Seth and Roman were not having a huge long break. Maybe Rhea Ripley is having a long break. Maybe it's worse than we thought.
Yeah, but I don't like what they did with the title after she dropped it. So I guess do better.
Oh well, it's on Becky Lynch, and that's all we can say. And yeah, maybe somebody will get a good chance at it.
So then, Gunther just killed Kofi. He's just killing the New Day.
I didn't see that one coming, but then again, I didn't see the fact that I thought they would both be at the finals of the King of the Ring. That's what I thought. But now it doesn't make any sense if Gunther does not win.
I'm like, he better win this thing.
It doesn't make any sense at all if he doesn't win.
Because, Jay beat Ilja. And it's funny is that Ilja, before he lost to Jay, he's like, I beat Gunther! And then he lost to Jay, and then Gunther comes out, and he looked at him and was like, I'm disappointed. He looked disappointed. He's like, you can't just say that you beat me, and then you lose to Jay immediately.
He can't, if I was Gunther, I'd be in the same boat. I'm disappointed. It's like I fought you as hard as I possibly could, and you won. And now here you are, and you can't win.
You can't even beat Jay.
You can't beat Jay.
And I beat Jay. So I guess Gunther's going to fight Jay, and, Gunther better win that. It wouldn't make sense for Jay to win that.
It wouldn't make sense. It feels like Jay should be a mid-card champion. As much as I don't really care, he should be a mid-card champion. Maybe if he gets more than, 3 moves of doom, a super kick, a frog splash, and a spear, then maybe he could do something better. I don't know.
You need your John Cena 5 moves to get that world champion.
Yeah, you need the 5 moves, okay?
But yeah, so I'm just rooting for Gunther at this point, because I'm like, Gunther's the only one that makes sense to win this. So just,
in my opinion, yeah.
Just give it to Gunther.
You know what they should do? They should have a stipulation that if you win King of the Ring, you get a world championship match at SummerSlam.
Oh, I thought there was a stipulation on this that they'll get a world champion match.
I've never seen that before. Is that a stipulation now?
Yeah, they said that whoever wins can pick which champion they want to fight, and so Gunther's like, when I win, I'm going to pick one of the world champions.
I don't know why I didn't see that, but oh well, I'm fine with it. You know what? Gunther should take on Damian Priest and become world champion.
Yeah.
That's what he should do.
Because anyone who fights Cody is not going to win.
So, Drew, you gotta take the L on this one, homie.
Yeah. Hey, you could fight Gunther when he's world champion.
You can fight Gunther when he's world champion. You couldn't beat him when he was IC champion. So it might be kind of hard for you to beat him as world champion.
Yeah. And then we had Otis versus Sami Zayn. And the Alpha Academy, they're losing everything, and Chad Gable's just slapping everybody, and he's just...
Well, they're telling a story, and I'm interested to see where the story goes.
It's like I need Pert Gable to get out there.
Yeah.
Get the mouth guard.
Get the mouth guard in, and start, ankle locking people.
Yeah, you could even shave your head.
Yeah, do all of it. You know what? I don't think he needs to shave his head. I think he could, he could do this with hair.
Yeah.
If Kurt Angle had the opportunity to do it with hair, he would have done it with hair.
Yeah, but that's really it for Raw.
Take me to SmackDown, son.
So SmackDown, we got Tama Tonga and LA Knight. And LA Knight, before this match, he's like, "Yep, I'm just gonna beat up these nameless nobodies in the Bloodline because I don't even know who they are and they don't matter to me." And then Carmelo Hayes interrupted him, and he's like, you may have got picked first, but you know who got picked first during Tom Brady? Because I don't. And I guess he compared himself to Tom Brady. So then he went out there and he lost. And I was like, wow.
Look, bro, it's
he just looks like he just talks and then he just loses every time.
Yeah, but that was until, he showed up looking at Logan Paul, and
I'm like, well, I guess
this makes sense.
Yeah.
And it'll make more sense when we get into the reason why it makes sense later.
Yeah. But I guess for now, he needs to eat some more losses first.
I guess so.
So, because if losing to Roman twice wasn't enough, and AJ Styles and Cody.
Did LA Knight lose to Cody?
Yeah, like at a random match somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, so, what is it? Then Paul Heyman was talking to Solo, and then he's like, have you spoken to Roman? And Solo's like, all the time.
I think Solo's lying.
Sounds like he's lying.
I think he's lying.
He's like, all the time.
All the time. Yeah, Paul, you better go. You can't go to his house.
It's like, you know where Roman is, right? Like, can you go to him?
You can go to his house. You can talk to him. You can get this done.
But like he's just like, I guess I can't go to his house because I'm just scared he's gonna be mad after you lost.
I mean, you knew where Brock Lesnar, where his house was.
It's like, go to Roman's house.
You went there. You're apparently, according to the story, your kids and his kids played together. So
go to Roman's house.
Go to Roman's house,
and then you can solve the whole problem. He's like, well, I can't go to his house until the week before like SummerSlam or something.
Yeah, when he'll make a surprise return along with Seth Rollins.
So then we had the contract signing with Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul, and I mean, before this, it was gonna be, winner take all, but then Logan Paul ripped to the contract and said, I don't want that, so we made a contract, and it says it's only for Cody's title, and then they just agreed with it, and like, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I mean, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Okay, last week we were all of us, including you out there in the internet, were under the impression that it was winner take all this entire time. And I think they were trying to make it seem like, no, it's not the entire time.
Yeah.
And now they had to do a course correction and be like, no. This is just for the WWE Championship, which means that both of these guys are going to walk out with their belts. Now, where does LA Knight come into play?
I mean, I guess
that's probably the guy that's going to take him out.
It's like after Cody beats up Logan Paul, I guess LA Knight will get him. But I mean, this match will either end with like Logan Paul losing or a DQ because they want to make both champions look strong. So it just
doesn't make sense for Logan Paul to get a second bite at the apple. There's wrestlers out there who've been wrestling their whole entire life, who've been in WWE their entire time. Logan Paul has had 12 matches in the WWE total,
and like 2 of those are actually and now another one's gonna be
his 13th will be for a championship.
So it's like 13 of his like 2 matches.
A WWE championship.
The same one that he fought for last time.
Now, I don't think he's going to win that title anytime soon. I don't think he's going to beat Cody to do it. I don't think that's going to happen at all. But there are a lot of wrestlers. I mean, Jey Uso's only gotten 1 bite at the apple. LA Knight's only gotten 1 bite at the apple. Hell, there's like a whole lot of wrestlers. Gunther's never had one. He should have had a bite at the apple long before Logan Paul should have had one. And so there's all these wrestlers that deserve a chance at the WWE Championship more than Logan Paul. Logan Paul's fine with the mid-card title. Brings more exposure to WWE, and I agree with that. But not a championship, not a world championship, okay?
I mean, for me, this ain't the story to kick off Cody's title reign.
Not for me. It didn't kick off his reign. That was with AJ Styles, and that wasn't the story to kick it off because they didn't freaking start talking about the story until a week before the match.
And then this one is just like...
They didn't start talking about it until 2 weeks before the match.
So I'm like, okay, so now the next guy after this better be something.
I need Cody Rhodes to have a good feud that lasts over the summer.
Like,
it's not fair that this man sits there and busts his ass this incredibly hard to get to this level, gets to this level, and then just has boring feud after boring feud.
I'm like, seriously? It's like, give this guy a real heel to fight.
Yeah.
Give this guy Randy. Or The Rock.
Somebody. If The Rock comes, Rock ain't coming back unless it's WrestleMania. That's just not going to be how it is.
But just give me Randy.
I mean, there's plenty of heels out there. You could turn Sheamus heel again. He's done it. You could have Gunther come over to Smackdown, be over there all of a sudden. Just say it was like we signed him to a different contract or whatever the case may be.
You can throw Drew at him.
You could throw Drew at him. Anything, just give this man a good feud. Okay? Because what you've done is giving me trash.
It's like Cody deserves better.
It's not his fault. They're still at his matches or at his freaking what's the word I'm looking for? His appearances, screaming, "We want Roman." When a month or so ago they were screaming, "We want Cody." Okay, I don't need the bloodline to be involved in the story. That's over and done with. But we need better.
It's like, yeah, Cody deserves better.
Do better, Father H.
All right, and then we had Randy beat Carmelo Hayes, and he's going further in this tournament, and he calls out the bloodline, and he says, "I'm gonna beat up Tama Tonga next week." I'm like, you probably are.
I mean, I feel like we should be in perpetual tournaments. Number one contendership for, for every single title. Every single title should be like, okay, now that this has happened and these guys have feuded for a while, then we should be in another tournament for like the next person who's going to do it. And then you go for that. That's what should happen.
Or like what they did on, like, was it Smackdown? Like when they had like the new Smackdown Live, they had people just winning and they had like a scoreboard like, okay, this guy's picked up enough wins. Maybe he should, get a title shot soon.
Boom. Something. I mean, I'm just sick and tired of seeing people come out of the woodwork and be like, I'm jumping to the front of the line.
Immediately.
It's me. And the guy's like, yeah, okay.
Or they're just like, can I have a title shot?
Yeah, no, you got to do this other thing first. If you're a fighting champion, then he'll be like, yeah, you can have a title shot whenever you want. Come on, bro. But I don't know. It's wrestling is maybe the deal is because we have been eating good. Okay? And I want to eat good again. And I'm getting some good appetizers here and there, but I want a meal.
Well, you gotta wait till next WrestleMania. It's build up.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. We will see about that meal because we're not really eating good right now. We're just having some good appetizers, and
maybe you gotta wait till SummerSlam.
Maybe we'll get a decent portion. I'm gonna stop with the food puns. You got anything else, boy?
No.
Hey, listen. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, do all the things all the other YouTubers tell you to do. Check us out on the X. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on TikTok while it's still here. And we got a couple of gameplay videos coming up, and tune in next time because the next one will be available
when it's ready.